Kenyan people came together to celebrate the unaliving of people in Tanzania during mayhem and havoc that happened during the elections. On November 20th, 2025, a vigil took place at Kenyan National Archive in Nairobi. Many people came together. Many youth gathered to remember all Tanzanian people that lost their life during the elections. They are never to be forgotten. The gathering was organized mainly by Gen Z activists and civil society groups. This is great sympathy between brother countries. Kenyans and Tanzanians are very close people. They all speak Swahili. This is Swahili, as you can see, it's spoken in all these countries here. See on the map, from Congo to Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi. Very different twang, but they understand each other with a little bit of patience. So it's beautiful to see Gen Z, young people from Kenya, standing up together, going to celebrate the life and death of people in Tanzania that were fighting for justice. Participants lit candles, sang solemn songs, and displayed photos of Tanzanians' victims. This vigil was meant to show solidarity with Tanzanians who lost their life during the disputed October 29 elections in Tanzania, which were followed by a police crackdown on protesters. For context, Tanzania, you're on the map. Beautiful place, lovely people. For the very first time, went through a very difficult time, okay? We know Tanzania to be one of the most stable countries in Africa in terms of democracy and peace. Not the technicalities of democracy, but in terms of peace. Tanzania is one of the cornerstones in Africa. But unfortunately, that's changed during elections with this lady right here, who's the president of Tanzania, went against many other opposition leaders. Many people accused the government of barring some of the main opposition from participating in the elections because some of the opposition were not eligible to participate in the main elections. Obviously, people will feel like it was done on purpose so that the main character, this lady president, should win again. And people were very angry. A lot of youth, a lot of young people came to the street to protest against that. The president won the election with 98%. So yes, the president won the election with 98% of vote. And look at this man. This is Ruto. William Ruto is the president of Tanzania. He actually made a joke about winning with 98%. Listen to what he has to say.
Well, in a democracy, for example, in Kenya, you can never get 96%.
So it's not a democracy anymore then?
That is you saying. Every country have a way of them doing their stuff. But I think the practice, democracy is the best governance system. It's not tidy always. It is not always easy, you know, because there are all manner of moving parts.
He says in Kenya you can never get 96%. You know, democracy in Kenya you can never get 96%. I don't know what he's trying to say, but yeah, I don't think Tanzanians will love that very much. Not the leaders. They won't love you saying that in Kenya you can't win with 98%. A lot of people actually question the results because in most cases when the president wins, it tends to be 58, 54, 52, something like, not 98. Unfortunately, in Tanzania, many people lost their lives. Many people that walked to the street asking for democracy were either abducted, beaten up, or unalive, as per opposition leaders. So the opposition leaders accused the government of doing bad things to the people. Well, the government said nothing really bad happened. First, they say a lot of people that created disorder in Tanzania were foreigners, not Tanzanian people. Later on, young people from Kenya came to the border looking to cross into Tanzania to go and support the people of Tanzania in their fight. Remember, Kenyans don't play. Eh? Kenyans, when it comes to asking for what belongs to them, they don't play. They have no fear. They've done it in the past, they will do it again. So they were ready to go support Tanzanians and cross the border. While standing by the border on Kenyan side, they were stopped by the military in Kenya from crossing the border. And in that time, some people report that there were being shot across the board toward the Kenyan people standing on the Kenyan side. That's a great show of solidarity between African brothers. Now, unfortunately, many reports say that about 2,000 people were unalived in Tanzania, and that was reported by opposition groups. The government disputed that information, saying only about 3 people were unalived. Now, who's telling the truth? I want you to tell me, do you think it's about 2,000 or 3 people? You let me know how you feel about that. Human rights say that bodies were disposed of, thrown into many places. Some people said the bodies were thrown into the ocean, after the election. They threw bodies. They were hiding the bodies. That's what they say. I'm not saying they say it. Activist people say. I still want to go to Tanzania.
In the Indian Ocean, and we hear some of them are being gathered in body bags and thrown Ruvu River, which has it is famous, has lots of crocodiles, so that when you throw them, that's the food for the crocodiles.
The guy says some bodies were thrown in the ocean and some bodies in Ruvu River where the crocodiles are so they can eat the body. Is this information truth or not? We don't know. Well, after many disputes and rejection, the president of Tanzania acknowledged loss of life in Tanzania and promised an investigation. Listen to this.
The government has promised that within 100 days we will begin constitutional reforms. We will continue taking steps to address the challenges of the Union. I will form a reconciliation commission to address the causes of these killings, and we will also establish a commission for dialogue so that together we can build and preserve our nation.
And the opposition reject and object. They say, what kind of investigation are you going to do? Because the investigation team that you're putting together works for you. So they're not going to say anything against you. This is what they say. Listen to this.
This commission is an instrument of the president, operating under her directives, and its report is subject to her discretion to publish or withhold. Therefore, it is not an independent body and cannot provide truthful and just findings in a situation where the government itself is the main accused party.
Well, besides that, there have been a lot of accusations against the government. In November 2025, Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu appointed her daughter, Wanu Hadif Ahmed, as Deputy Minister of Education, Science and Technology, and also named her son-in-law, Mohamed Michera, as Minister of Health during post-election cabinet. So her daughter becomes Minister of Education, Science and Technology, and her son-in-law, Minister of Health. So many people feel like something. Do you think they deserve? If they deserve, they should be. Doesn't matter whether they are related or not. Well, a lot of people are accusing them of nepotism. Critics argue that placing close relative in high government position undermines democratic principles and raises question about fairness. My question is this: is it okay for a president to appoint their daughter at the high position or not? Didn't Donald Trump do it in the United States of America? Well, Trump did it. If Trump did it, then everybody else feels like it's okay to do it. I believe the president of the Democratic Republic of Congo has also appointed his daughter as an advisor or something. Is this nepotism or not? Now, it is reported that the daughter of the president was an MP. So she is an experienced politician, whether she's a daughter of the president or not. Does she deserve that opportunity? Should that opportunity not given to her simply because she's a daughter of the president? If not for her, what about the son-in-law who's also been appointed? Let me know how you feel about this. Tanzania is a beautiful place. It's an amazing country. We love it. We're still going to visit it. We're still going to be there. We just wish peace and order for these lovely people. God bless.